Well, hello guys. Happy new moon in Scorpio. So, I am once again really glad to be able to host this new moon meditation circle for you guys to help you activate yourself and achieve the highest version of yourself as possible. So, for those who are new to this, welcome. I am really glad to have you and host you today. So for the functionment of this circle, it's gonna be really easy. So as you notice, there is no video, it's only an image. This is on purpose actually. It's because I really want you to focus on yourself. I do not want you to, look at what's happening, look at me when I'm gonna be playing bowls, look at me playing. I really want this to be a moment especially for you to really recenter and realign yourself. So this being said, I get that we all have lives, that we're all really busy, but I would really like for you to take this moment for you, okay? Like really no distractions, try to not be on your phone please, check the latest Instagram thing or Facebook thing, go and see your emails. I mean, those are still gonna be there after this new moon circle, I promise you. Again, I get that we all have lives, kids, things happening, so if you really cannot help it, I mean, I don't mind. But really try to make this moment for you. I mean, you're doing this for you. You're doing this because you want to achieve higher level, because you want to upgrade yourself, because you really want to heal and achieve the best version of yourself as you can. So this is really for you that I'm saying this, because you will achieve the best results possible by doing this circle in, an isolated corner where you have your own quiet time, and you're really going to be able to focus on yourselves and your intentions. So before we start, I really want to say that we all get activated in a different way, and that's okay. We all have different ways of doing things. We all have different ways of achieving higher levels, and that's totally fine. I mean, we all have our own rhythm. So for some of you, after this circle, you might feel like a new person. You might feel like you're just like awakened from some kind of trance and you're just ready to start on like a new life, and that's totally fine. That's perfect. That's amazing. Some of you might cry, some of you might laugh, and some of you might end up this circle feeling exactly the same, and that is also totally fine. It doesn't mean it's not working. It just means that you are processing things in a different way than someone else. And that's totally cool. Maybe you're going to receive the highest activation of your life in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Maybe it's going to come from you repeating those circles and from you doing, consistently the work. And that's totally fine. I mean, activation and healing and reaching different timelines and different purposes looks totally different from each and every one of us, and that's the beauty of it. So never compare yourself with someone else, okay? Never compare your experience, your process, your journey with someone else's process and journey, because it is their own. And what is yours, what is theirs, and that's perfect, okay? The only person that you need to compare yourself with is you and who you were yesterday, okay? So that being said, this new moon is in Scorpio. So again, we're also gonna come to the meaning of the image that you're seeing in a bit, okay? I promise. I chose this image for a reason. It's so funny because I felt called to this image maybe like a month and a half ago, and I have no clue why. I just saw it and I was like, oh my God, like this is it. Like, I don't know why, but this is it. And I just saved it. And as I was actually building this circle today, I kind of stumbled upon this picture again, and it just all came together. And I was like, wow, this is magic. This is when true magic happens, okay? So, This new moon is also really particular because it happens at the same time as the solar eclipse. So it's definitely not your regular new moon. Okay? So eclipses, they ask us to shift, to elevate ourselves, and to upgrade. Okay? They are door openers, but they also close all the doors. They also speed up the timeline, and they really help us align with our purposes, okay? The purpose of an eclipse, the power, the magic of an eclipse, that it just like puts everything on fast forward, okay? Everything just happens so quickly. So there are big changes that happen during eclipse. There are relationships that end, there's new people coming into our lives, or new opportunities. Some people quit their jobs. I mean, there are really huge changes happening during eclipses, okay? And that is why their energy is so powerful. So during eclipses, we really want to let go what want to leave and allow what needs to enter, okay? So it's really a period to release, but also accept new things into our lives. So in reality, the universe during eclipses, it brings us to alignment. The real thing that kind of like slows down the process, it's our mind. I mean, it's not the universe slowing down the process. The universe really wants us to go where we need to be. But it's our mind that kind of gets in the way of that process and slows it. So we really want with eclipse, and also within this season of the new moon happening at the same time of the eclipse, to really reflect and kind of put our mind on pause and let the universe do the work. I mean, just accept that things are going, things are leaving, and that is probably for the higher purpose. So usually with new moons, I like to set new intentions, but because of this eclipse happening at this new time, I feel like it's going to be better for us to ask ourselves, what is no longer serving us and what do we need to let go? So instead of being like, I want something to happen and set new intentions, new goals like we usually do on new moons, because of the eclipse, it's really not what we want to do today, okay? We really want to instead ask ourselves the hard questions. What is no longer serving us? What should we do? What is basically begging us to let them go? Are there relationships that are not working anymore? Are there way of doing things that are not working anymore? Maybe it's your consistency, I don't know, but it's really time for you to basically ask yourselves, what is no longer serving me and what do I need to let go in this season? It's really a time to like face your emotions and your reality. It's really not a time for you to fear what's going to be uncomfortable, okay? It's not a time for you to fear any feelings or situation that is not going to be comfortable. And it's kind of like human nature. We fear the unknown. We fear what's not comfortable. We fear what might hurt us. And it's totally normal. It's human nature. But if we want to take the most advantage of this energy, of this new moon energy, it's really the time for us to kind of like face those hard situations and face those hard questions and really do the hard work, really do the hard digging of basically looking at ourselves and be like, what have I been putting off? What needs to be done now? And this new moon in Scorpio is perfect for that, because Scorpio as a sign is there to teach us strength and courage. It helps us to remember that everything is happening for a higher purpose. Scorpio is also an intense sign. I mean, it's the perfect one to really help us make the most of the eclipse, like I said, because Scorpio usually is a sign that burns old patterns and, is also there to let go of what is no longer serving so we can make space for new patterns, to make room for, you know, what's meant to be. Scorpio is basically a sign that doesn't fuck around, okay? Like, it doesn't tolerate any BS. And, you know, Scorpio is basically there to be like, this is what I want, this is what I need, and anything else that is not fitting in this can basically fuck off. So this is perfect for this eclipse. It's a sign that's really direct. It doesn't waste time. It stings. But as harsh as it is, as it can be as a sign, it's also there to nurture. Okay, Scorpio is still a water sign, and it still asks you to be in tune with your emotions and your intuition, okay? It's really, this time is really a time to trust your intuition, to basically let your intuition guide you to what needs to go and what needs to stay. Pay attention to any dream that can come to you, to any sign that the universe can send to you, and pay attention to new opportunities, because those opportunities, they can be really worth exploring in this eclipse and new moon season. Okay? So do not let yourself get scared by emotions or get uncomfortable by your feelings, and do not let all those changes upset you or scare you, okay? Feeling challenge is the point of eclipses. So you really need to take advantage of that Scorpio energy to do what really needs to be done, to let go what needs to go, and to welcome what wants to enter your life, and change what needs to be changed in order to help you align, expand, and access a better version of you, okay? Now, this new moon in Scorpio is also going to be in conjunction with Venus, and, you know, Venus being the planet of love, relationship, self-love, and also like Venus being the planet representing your feminine side. It's really a time for you to get in touch with that feminine side of yours, okay? Ask yourself the questions: how can I use this feminine side more? How can I embody my feminine? And that's also like good for you guys out there, because everyone has a masculine and a feminine side. So it's really time for you to lean into that feminine, and also to ask yourself, how can I help others, you know, embody that feminine part? How can I be an ally to the feminine side? Okay? So basically get in touch with that soft part in you that really wants to be loved, and ask yourself, how can you make changes in your life to really help you embody that feminine that just wants to come out. Okay? So this is going to be our astrology part for today. Now we are going to enter our sound healing part. So if you are not already in a really comfortable spot, I invite you to get there, to get in that spot where you're going to be comfortable, where you're going to be relaxed, where no one's going to bother you, and, you know, get comfortable. So I'm going to leave some time to go there, go into that spot. I mean, you can be lying down, you can be sitting down, you can be, if you're more comfortable moving, that's totally fine too. Basically, do you. Okay? So once you're done, take a deep breath in and out. Again, in and out. Close your eyes. Just let the sound get to you. we go. You can open back your eyes, stretch a bit, move a bit around. Take some deep breath and in and out. Another big breath in and out. Okay, so for this next one, this next guided meditation that we're gonna do is really gonna help us find whatever it is that we need to let go, that we need to release. Okay, a lot of the times we already know the answer. It's the actual, having to do it part or having to accept it. That can be a bit difficult. And that's totally fine. This is what this meditation is all going to be about, okay? To really help us realize what it is that this eclipse wants to show us, what it is that this new moon energy wants us to let go or let in. Can also be an option. Maybe we have been resisting something for a little while because it hasn't been conforming to our old patterns or conforming to what we feel safe and secure about. I mean, it can be basically a bunch of things. So again, I want us to get all comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Hold at the top. And release. Another one. Take a deep breath in. Hold at the top. And release. Another one. This time we're gonna hold at the bottom. So deep breath in. Hold at the bottom in your belly. And out. So now I want us to envision a fog. We are standing in a plane and it's all foggy. We can't really notice anything around us. It's just fog. It's not threatening. It's peaceful. It's just that we can't really see anything beyond ourselves. But it's okay because we know that we're safe. We know that the universe has us. So whatever direction we choose to go, we're gonna be safe. We're gonna be secure. And we start to move forward because we trust that whatever lays ahead is meant for us. And as we start walking, we notice that the fog is becoming thinner and thinner. There's less density. We're actually starting to see something ahead. Looks like the beginning of a staircase, but the stairs are going down. Yeah, we see a ramp, the beginning of those stairs, and those stairs are going down. Down deep into the earth. But we're not scared. We're just curious actually. What is this staircase doing there? So we go into the staircase, you go into the stairs, and you start walking down step by step. And as you go down, each time that you take a step, there's a light that lighten your way down. And you keep going down those stairs, keep going down. Each time you make a step, same thing happens. There's this light that comes on. So you're never in the dark and you always see the stairs that are ahead of you. And you keep going down the stairs. And there you see their ending. Finally an end to that staircase. You're in an underground part. You are now underground. And in front of you, there's a lake. And deep ahead of you, in the middle of that lake, you see that there's an island. And you want to reach that island. But as you come to cross the lake, you notice that the lake is actually full of crocodiles. Crocodiles swimming everywhere. Now you might be afraid, might feel a bit uncertain to swim in waters full of crocodiles. But this is where the Scorpio energy comes in and gives you courage. Because you know that whatever is on that island is worth it. So you step into the water and you start swimming. You're swimming among the crocodiles and you are slowly making your way towards the island. And you actually made it. You overcame your fear, you overcame all those crocodiles, and you swam back to the island. It's actually a really tiny island. It's much tinier than you expected. Actually, on this island, there's only one thing, and it's a mirror. It's a big, gigantic mirror. And as you come closer to the mirror, you can finally see all of yourself. All of yourself as you are. No filters, nothing, just you. With all your perfections, your imperfections, your qualities, your defaults, everything. What do you see? What do you see in that mirror? Because this mirror is actually magical. This mirror, it shows you all that needs to be and everything that needs to not be anymore. It's actually reflecting not only you as you are, but your reality as it is right now in this moment. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What makes you happy about it? What makes you a bit unhappy about it? First thing that comes to mind is usually the right thing. Everything that comes to mind is good. Nothing is bad. It's all good to take it in. It's all safe to take it in. The good things, the bad things. And as you look into that mirror, ask yourself the question, what are you seeing that makes you happy? What are you seeing that makes you sad, unhappy, frustrated? What do you want to keep? What do you want to release? And now I want you to focus on everything that you want to release. I want you to gather all of those things in one spot in the mirror. And once everything is gathered in that mirror, I want you to look at it and say to it, thank you for showing me the way, but now I'm letting you go. And you say it again until it's gone. Thank you for showing me the way, but now I am letting you go. And as you see it, as you say it, all those things are getting smaller and smaller to completely disappear from that mirror, from that reflection of your reality. And now there's only whatever makes you happy, what makes you satisfied that is staying in that mirror. And as you keep looking into the mirror, I want you to ask yourselves, what is it that I want to see that it's not there yet? What would I like to see more of? What is it that it's missing? What is it that I should make room for in this mirror, in this reality? And as you make it up, slowly it starts appearing in the mirror. It's not really distinct first, but the more you think about it, the more you actually make up your resolve, make up the courage to accept it, to accept that you really want this to be in your reality. The more it becomes clearer in the mirror. And finally, it is as clear as what it is you decided to keep in that mirror. So now you're standing into the upgraded version to yourself. You're looking at this new upgraded, this new aligned reality. And you take it all in one last time, looking at this great, updated and aligned reality. And you turn back to face the water. The crocodiles are still there, but they don't scare you as they scared you at first. Because now you know you can face them. You know you have the courage to face those crocodiles. And you step back into the water and swim back to that staircase where you came from. Swim back through the lake, back to where you came from. And you come back to the staircase, that staircase which is now ascending back to where you started from. So you go back to that staircase and you start climbing. And you keep climbing that staircase, keep making your way up, always higher and higher, until you finally come back on top of that staircase. And you see a box. There is actually a box. It wasn't there before, but now it's there. What does the box look like? Of course you're going to open the box. It's there for you. And as you open it, you see a symbol inside of that box. What is that symbol? What does the symbol mean? That symbol which is only meant for you. Now you take it in, close the box, and you're now satisfied that you have all the tools that you need to create that perfect, wonderful reality that you saw in that mirror. Take it all in. And when you're ready, slowly come back to your body. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, move your arms, your legs. You can stretch. And I want you to notice how you're feeling now. Because this is the new you. This is the new you that knows what their aligned reality look like now. And you know that you have all the tools necessary to make it happen. Before we go into our breathing work, I'm actually gonna pull some tarot cards for us to, as a collective, seek some guidance from the universe on how to proceed, how we should, look at this new month, how we should look at this eclipse and this new moon in Scorpio. How should we proceed to make the best of it? Let's see what the universe wants to tell us. Go. That's one. Let's see if we can get two more. Let's see if we can get one more. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we have the Chariot reversed, the Knight of Cups, and the Moon reversed. So what I'm seeing right now is we might be entering this new phase, this new month, kind of like not backwards, but a bit hesitant. Like, we had a lot of bad experience. I mean, October seems to have been a bit rougher. I'm feeling a lot of challenges this past month, a lot of, choices that had to be made, not always easy. And I still sense that it's not 100% resolved. We're still being faced with tough decisions. And what I'm getting is to really follow your heart on that one. Be like this Knight of Cups that's kind of like that's going into new adventures, that's really following his heart wherever it wants to lead. And I'm getting that this energy, if we get this similar energy to that Knight of Cups, that's kind of like, fearless, and it just wants to like let his heart lead, we're really gonna step into that phase where there's not gonna be any shadow zones left. It's just gonna be all clearer, because not only we're gonna feel good about the choices that we made, because it's what our heart led us into, but we're also going to be satisfied with the choices and decisions that we made. So the message that I'm getting there is to not be scared, because your heart knows. I'm getting that, you already have the feeling that, that intuition, like in there, like really listen to it, because it knows that you're not to be afraid. And it knows what is right and what is wrong. So really let that guide you into this new month, into this new chapter, and let that guide you into the hard decisions, okay? You're getting there. And if you do this, already like you're gonna see some shadow zones go away. So the main message that I'm getting for the collective through this is to really let our heart and basically let her heart and her intuition lead us into this new month. So now we are at our breath work. The music that I chose for us to do some breath work on is a bit shorter than what I did last time. It's called Dance of the Seven Sisters by Deyadova, but I really find that it connects deep, and it really kind of like connects to that feminine that we need to kind of like unleash and relate to a bit more this month, okay? So the breath that we're going to be doing is really easy. So it's 4 times in. So in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 times through the nose and 4 times out through the mouth. So in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So get comfortable. Whatever positions feels good. Can be sitting, can be laying down, can be moving. I mean, if you want to move, go ahead. This is your time. And here we go. So in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. In through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scorpio was shorter, but I really feel that this one just like connects to a part of us that, you know, we always knew was there, but just needed to reach it. So this is gonna be it for our new moon circle meditation for this new moon in Scorpio with our solar eclipse. Again, thank you for joining me this month in our new moon meditation circle. I'm gonna wish you a happy Scorpio season, happy solar eclipse, and remind you yet again, do not be scared to let go what needs to be let go of, and do not be scared to let whatever needs to enter your life enter. I love you all, much love, and take care of yourselves.